All right, hello everybody, and welcome to the third and final installment of the test. This is the last one that they've made, and I've been wanting to play this one for a little bit, so it's about time we jump in. I was noticing the music right off the bat sounds like I'm getting ready to sacrifice one of my fellow tribesmen to our sun god or something. Um, I had to turn the music down a little bit. But either way, let's not waste too much time. Let's just jump into this. When the sun comes crashing down and the heroes fade away, when darkness is all around and there's no light of day, I will come back for you so that you never feel alone. My spirit will push through. Your heart will forever be my home. And when the world spirals into abyss, I will be standing there. Your embrace, so long I've missed, my soul, my love I bear. And when every nerve has been left deadened, and every ghost has left its shell, I will bring you back to your heaven, as you've rescued me from my hell. I wasn't expecting you so soon, though I knew that one day we would meet in this room. You see, closely I've been watching you, studying every breath and every move. A few of my former colleagues you may have met, and a slew of questions you've answered without regret. Is this guy gonna be a rhymer the whole time? I may be similar, but unlike them still. I'll make you swallow the truth like a bitter pill. I'll peel the emotion from your soul and make you eat your feelings whole. The questions I ask may be hard to answer, but I will cut the truth from you like cancer. Both of us know why you're here. To open up and cast out fear. To be as honest as you can. To take angel's wings or devil's hand. And in the end, we both will know how to escape your undertow. Time is on your side, but mistakes are not. Misanswered questions lead to misery wrought. Take your time to think before you decide. Dig deep for the answers that live inside. Just rhymed inside with inside. You may not go back, you may not return. Once a decision is made, your soul 'tis burned. But before we continue, just know this. Your dishonesty would be very remiss. If your answers lack the guidance of truth, then your final destination will be rather uncouth. So with that being said, I need your heart's honesty. You can run from yourself, but you can't run from me. Now let the examination begin. Do you ever feel like you just aren't good enough? I think everybody feels like that at some point, but those are going to be fleeting thoughts, right? You don't generally stick on that. Do you ever feel like you put more effort into friends or relationships than others put back into you? I have felt that way, but then I've also felt like I'm not putting enough in. I'm just going to say yes. Do you ever feel like your life is going nowhere? No. Do you ever feel like you're trapped in limbo? Yeah. Do you ever feel overwhelmed by seemingly trivial tasks? Yeah. Not generally, but I can. Are you sometimes afraid of what your future may hold? No. Do you believe that your friends always treat you the way you deserve to be treated? Yes. Are you afraid of being the last person alive in your social circle? No, that would suck, but no, that's okay. Are you afraid of the existence of an afterlife and what it might mean for you? No. Initially, I was. That was actually like a weird thing. I didn't believe in any sort of afterlife or anything like that until one of my mushroom experiences. and beyond that, mostly like DMT, and I was like, oh, they're like there might totally be something here, and that terrified me. It actually terrified me so much that even today I have not tried DMT again because I was so shaken by the experience. But now what it's like, whatever is, whatever happens, I don't have any control of it. I'm just gonna go on to the next thing, you know. So I'm not worried about that. Do you feel as though you're wanted in life? Yes. Do you ever feel like you just don't belong? No. Do you ever feel like a burden? I have, but not now. Do you ever feel left out? No. Have you ever felt like a failure? Yeah, I've felt like a failure. Have you ever felt like you weren't attractive enough? Yes. Have you ever worked yourself sick? No. Do you ever have racing thoughts at night that make it difficult for you to get to sleep? Yes, I do. Are you afraid to ask for help? No. No, I think the problem is like I actually really enjoyed I went to therapy like 4 years ago, and I really enjoyed the therapy sessions that I was involved in. I think the only problem is you don't tend to have a lot of therapists out there who are understanding of more existential dread. They're more focused on material dread. So like I'm failing in this aspect of my life, or my future. I'm not worried, or I'm worried about money, or the tangibility of a family or something. And they're not so interested in not, and it's not an emotional aspect or anything. I mean, they definitely handle that well. I just seem to not be able to convey certain messages. And if I do, I'm met with, oh, I'm not really sure what to tell you there. And I'm being vague on that, actually. Let me just go. Am I afraid no, I'm not afraid to ask for help. It just seems difficult to find. Do you feel like people often criticize you? No, not generally. Do you ever feel judged by your friends and family? No. Do you ever wonder what your purpose is in life? I do. If you could turn back time for any reason, would you? Yes, I would. I don't think you could ask that question to anybody and they'd be like, nah, I like everything the way I'm sure everyone would have something they would change. Would you say you have many regrets in life? No. Does meeting new people for the first time make you uncomfortable? Nope. Does looking at your window at night make you feel uneasy? No. Do you sometimes double check that your doors are locked even though you're certain that you already locked them? Sometimes. I mean, we kind of live in a safe little pocket, so I'm not worried about anyone like coming to try to open up doors. Generally, the only issue we have around here is people trying to like they'll just grab the car door and see if it's unlocked. So if you leave your car unlocked, you're screwed. But beyond that, I still do it though. There's always double checking. Do you ever feel like life is moving too slow? No. And if it were, I'd want it to. Do you ever feel like life is moving too fast? No. Do you feel uncomfortable when you're home alone? No. That is when I'm the most comfortable. Would you consider yourself to be a thoughtful person? I would say so. Would you consider yourself to be superficial? I think yeah. I think yeah. I don't know anyone who isn't, and it's not all the time. It's just at times. Do you ever judge others by the way they look or dress? Nope. Would you consider yourself to be high maintenance? I would not. Have you ever bullied, or you've been bullied by someone that you cared about? Not as far as I recall. No, most of the bullies in high school were little pricks. They didn't matter at all. Have you ever been a bully to someone that you care about? Yes. My brother won't say that I bullied him, but I believe I did. Do you try to keep a low profile to avoid attention from others while in a crowded area? Nope. Do you actively try to avoid busy places? No. Would you sometimes rather be alone than surrounded by people you care about? Yeah. Yeah. There um there are points when you got to go back to center, and it's really difficult to go back to center when you have other perspectives around at all. So if you imagine people as perspectives, um, or think of it this way. So you wake up in the morning, you're really tired, so you drink some coffee. And then now all of a sudden you're energized and you're ready to work, right? You're motivated. Um, that is a perception change, right? Now, to find your center, you need to be without anything that alters your perception, right? So you can't be smoking weed, you can't be drinking alcohol, you can't be drinking caffeine or smoking nicotine or anything. You got to just sit alone with yourself. Now, other people, they are also perception changers, because you're going to go over to someone's house and they're going to start talking about the recent movie that they watched, or this video game that they're playing, or this cat that they really love. And they're going to take you from your baseline and move you into their world, right? And I know that sounds weird, but that's sometimes what you need, is to be away from that, I mean, other perception, to come back to you. At least that's the way that I describe it, based on like how it works for me. Does making phone calls make you feel uncomfortable? Never. Are you sometimes afraid to confront people even when they do something that bothers you? It depends sometimes. Like, it depends on what it is that's bothering me. If it's big enough, then I don't have a problem with it. I'm going to say no. Do you feel uncomfortable when committing to definitive plans for the future? No. Do you ever feel like no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to stay motivated? Nope. Nope. I actually have to pull myself away from projects. The past 3 days, I haven't been making videos or anything, and I was like, man, I want to. No, you need to take a break. You just been working. Take a break. So, do you ever feel that you're failing those who you care about the most? I think those are the people that you're going to inevitably fail the most. The people you have closest in your life, that's just who you're going to hurt the most. Does driving a vehicle give you anxiety? Never. Are you afraid of exploring new places by yourself? No, I'm not. Have you ever carried an object around with you that made you feel more comfortable? Underwear? No, like a knife or a weapon? No. If I told you that I can guess your name correctly right now, would you believe me? I was hoping that they would do something like this. Oh, and another thing. I have to pay attention to the first letter of every sentence every so often, because it's going to spell, like, mischief or something. And I want to be on the ball with that. Well, based on the answers you provided for me so far, if I were to take a guess, I would say your name starts with the letter M. M? No. That makes sense. Let's be real here. There's literally no way I'd be able to guess your name just by your answers. That'd be ridiculous. Besides, all of you humans look alike to me anyhow. Does being around animals bring you a sense of peace? Yes. Do you sometimes believe your loved ones are lying to you when they say that they care? No. No way. Do you ever feel like you push your loved ones away? Yeah. I'm going to have to stop you there. The truth that pours forth is incredibly clear. I hope that you're being honest for your own health. You can try to lie, but you'll be cheating yourself. I'd like to move on to the next phase of the test. A series of pictures to give your brain a rest. Oh yeah, I forgot he rhymes. He's Dr. Seuss. Dr. Destiny. You're going to tell me what emotional response they bring out, which will show me what your mind is pondering about. So feast your eyes upon the art, and let me into that precious heart. 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. For starters, what emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? I would say chaos. But then also relaxation. Anytime I see something like that, I've been the most peaceful I've ever been in my life. It's chaos. Okay, so the thing is, it reminds me of a kaleidoscopic mandala, which is generally what I see on a psychedelic compound. And during the times that I see something like this, what it's showing me is chaos in the most beautiful way, that you shouldn't try to control anything because it's all got its own place in its own system. And it's the most peaceful I've ever been. I want to say relaxation, honestly. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Soulful. Chaotic. But I don't want to use chaotic in, like, a bad way. Because this is, like, the most beautiful chaos. Soulful. What do you think this picture is called? I'm going to say Celestial Stare. Very interesting. Moving on. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? This one feels darker and more still. I know they're just pictures, but there's something about it that just seems... For me, I'm going to say depression. What word do you feel describes the picture? Abyss. Yeah. Yeah, I guess stuck makes sense. It kind of does look like dusty cobwebs, you know? Like there's nothingness here. Even the colors are a little softer. I'm gonna say stuck. What do you think the picture is called? Corruption wave, the birthing, blazing soul, destroyer of senses, darkness within. I see. Next we have this one. Whoa. I'm gonna say joy. The gold and the blue with all the spirals. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Glorious. Twin? Oh, twin makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna go with twin. What do you think this picture's called? The Vault? Datacron? ICU? Reflection of the Universe? Or Shattered Worlds? Let's go with Reflection of the Universe. Because it doesn't look shattered to me. Take a look at this one. What emotion do you feel is most present? I want to go with joy again, but it looks like it's someone exiting some heavy-hearted place and entering into like a, you know, a brighter horizon. They don't really have the word that I'm looking for. Anger, depression, joy, chaos. I'm just gonna go with joy again. What word do you... Gateway. Yeah. Light at the end of the tunnel, the porthole, dimension door, stairway to heaven, the rabbit hole. The portal. What emotion do you feel is most present? I don't feel like it's anger or depression. It doesn't look chaotic. But the purple, for me, seems to represent some sort of wound. Not womb, wound. Sorry. So I'm going to go with numbness. I ring abyssal, darkness, lightning, blazing. Let's go with abyssal. What do you think this picture is called? Nest of darkness, the abyssal gaze, shrouded misery, energy crown, darkness forming. I like the abyssal gaze. What emotion do you feel most present? This one feels kind of blank. Yeah. It's not really a lot going on in this one. I mean, there is if you look at the intricate little details and everything, but its shapes are so much simpler. I don't know. I think something like this would stress me out. I'm going to go with anger. Mask, veiled, cyclops, jungle, prismatic. Prismatic. Mind's eye. Forest of depth. The masking. Eye of chaos. A shining light. Let's call it the Eye of Chaos. Doesn't seem chaotic to me, but we'll call it that. Oh, that one's cool. Oh, that one's cool. I'm going to call that one Chaos. Planetary collide. Blossoms. Wings. Feathers. Heavenly. Heavenly. Yeah. Mother Nature's gift. Forming earth. We meet again. Angelic touch. How about this? What emotion do you feel most present in this picture? I mean, red tends to represent anger, so this kind of makes sense for it to be that. I mean, would you say relaxation? Fury, torment, volcano, brimstone, shattered fault. I'm gonna go with fury. Arcing blaze, the world breaks, inferno gate, the shattering rage incarnate. Inferno gate. Arcing blaze. Maybe rage incarnate. I think that one sounds... This is the first time they've had us do the picture ones. These are kind of interesting. I wonder what he's gonna say about all these. Let's go with relaxation on that one. Cyborg veil, information, analyzing, monitoring, futuristic. Oh, I wasn't getting that vibe at all. Veil. The data sphere, thought provoked. That's a good one. Incubation of dreams, matrix watcher, life projector. Ooh, life projector. Oh, I like that. Life projector, the veil. Things are getting trippy in this one. What emotion do you feel most present? Anger, depression, joy. Oh yeah, we've seen these. I'm gonna go with chaos again on that one. Ocean, sky, womb, destiny, warp, birth. Ah, birth. Birthplace of dreams, monolith heart, endless sea, going down, ultraviolet. Monolith heart. Take a look at this. Yeah, this is another one of those really simple ones. You know, that you just got squares, triangles, a big R. I'm gonna go with numbness. Data, broken eye, disfigured, anarchy, puzzle. Disfigured. Deciphering, I broke you, the crystal verse, planar zone, Picasso face. Deciphering. We're almost done. What emotion? We'll go with... I actually really like the art style in this one. This one's more chaotic than most of the other ones. Arc, slime, vapor, melting, drool, viscous. Viscous. What do you think this picture is called? The Jowls of Death, Planet Cradle, Planet Forming, Dark Lights, the Sludge. Planet Cradle. Let's see here. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Anger, depression, joy, chaos, relaxation, or numbness? For some reason, this one seems joyful. Crown, sword, laser, sunlight, eclipse, solstice. Oh, there's all of that in there. All of that is in there. Crown, sword, laser. Let's go with sunlight. What do you think this picture is called? Sonic Boom, Red Angel, Solar Blade, Broken Seal, Disintegration Chamber. Alright then. Just a few more. Okay, I'll be right back. Just a few more. What emotion do you feel most present in this picture? I'm gonna say joy. What word do you feel describes the picture best? Pearl. What do you think the picture's called? Spiral world, marble of time, formless being, higher intelligence, planar core. Marble of time. It's not a formless being because it's taken a form. Higher intelligence, planar core. Let's go with marble of time. Almost finished. Relaxation. Gaseous, chaos, warped wave, nebula, jungle. I almost want to say warped. Wave, though, works. Wave. Vaporous forms, light breakening, soulless space, leaves up close, verdant path. Vaporous forms. Very good. Last one. What emotion do you feel is most present? Weirdly, this one's more difficult. And I'm not sure why. Let's go with... anger. Music, choir, voice, hollow, solitary, void. Yeah, solitary. The sound of silence, empty world, warp tunnel, notes of harmony, the static field. It's a good name for it. Alright. Your answers have been documented well. Deep in your subconscious they dwell. Oh yeah, Mr. Rhymy. But I'm not finished with you just yet. There are still some truths that have yet to be met. As a matter of fact, this is only the start. We will have a great deal of fun before we part. So let me challenge you on another level still. I'll pick your brain until I get my fill. This next set of questions will test your conscience more. And again, your honesty I do implore. Let us begin. One year, you're running a little low on funds to purchase presents around the holidays, so you decide to spend $1 and get everyone in your family a lottery ticket. You give each of them their own lottery ticket and wish them the best of luck. The drawing is held, and one of your family members hits the jackpot, but it's someone who you don't really get along with and just bought a present out of moral obligation. They plan to keep all the money for themselves, as they feel like it was their ticket. How does this make you feel? Angry, they should share the prize. Jealous, I regret buying them the ticket. Happy, good for them, I'm glad they won. Indifferent, that's the way life goes. Yeah, basically. Yeah. I mean, if I disliked this person and only got it for him out of obligation, I wouldn't be happy that they got it, but I'd be like, yeah, alright, rock on. I'm glad you got it, you know? Very well. And what would you wish to do in this situation? Try to steal it, destroy their ticket, get them killed, let them be happy with their winnings. Yeah, whatever. If the rules were reversed and you were given a winning lottery ticket, would you share the money with your least favorite family member who bought you the ticket in the first place? Yes, I would. I see. Now, you're walking through a forest and you come across a black suitcase. Inside the case, there rests $1 million. Alongside the money, there lies a blood-stained note with only one word written on it. The note simply says, "Don't." How does this make you feel? Scared, there's blood in there. Anxious, what if someone comes for the money? Excited, I'm about to be rich. Indifferent, it's none of my business. No, I'm taking that money. I'm taking it. Grab the suitcase and run back to my car. Take as much money as I could hold and leave the rest. Call the police and let them know about the suitcase. Leave the suitcase alone and move along. No, I'm grabbing the suitcase and running back to my car. If the note wasn't covered in blood, would it change your decision at all? Nope. I don't care what it's written in. I don't care. Finders keepers, that's mine. The devil appears in your room at night while you're alone and just about to fall asleep and tells you that he has a special one-time offer for you. In exchange for your soul and eternal damnation, he will let you choose from one of 3 glorious bargains. He has told you that those bargains are... he has not told you what those bargains are yet. How does this make you feel? Scared, the devil's in my room. Suspicious, I don't think the devil truly exists. Intrigued, I wonder what he's willing to offer me. Angry, I want him out now. I am intrigued, I wonder what he's going to offer. But there's no way in hell I'm ever going to accept it. The devil then goes on to assure you that whether or not you believe in him to truly be the devil, he surely is, and to prove his point, he demonstrates magnificent magical prowess and drags you to hell for a split second before transporting you back to your bedroom. In that second, you could feel a lifetime of pain and suffering in the most unimaginable ways possible. He then goes on to tell you of his offers in exchange for your soul, to see if you can strike a bargain. Which of these would you choose in exchange for your soul, if any? All the wealth and power in the world? Nope. You'll never age, but you can still die from physical injury? Nope. You can bring one person back from the dead? Nope. I would not sell my soul to the devil. Nope. Nope. Because if he's there and he's telling me that my soul is eternal, and I'm either going to move on to the next life after next life after next life, even if not here on Earth, but beyond, I'm not going to waste that and throw my eternal soul into hell because I could be rich for a minute. That's ridiculous. You know? If this life is short and my next life is eternity, What? No, I'm not gonna be rich here for a millisecond. If the devil offered you a deal of some other kind, would you accept it in exchange for eternal damnation? Nope. Civilization is about to come to an end as a plague sweeps the globe, turning everyone who perishes into mindless zombies who hunger for living flesh. You watch as everyone you know becomes gravely ill and turns, except for 5 of your closest friends and family. How does this make you feel? Incredibly sad, I don't want the world to end. Excited, I've always fantasized about a zombie apocalypse. Scared, I don't know if I could survive for long. Indifferent, this is life now. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be excited, and I definitely wouldn't be indifferent, but the thing that they say at the end of this is life now. That is how I'd take it. I'd be like, well, this is how things are, you know? Scared, sure, but not out of my survivability, just the people who are around me, like, how long until I lose them? That'd be a lot. I don't want to say indifferent but that would be my stance. This is how life is now. We have to adapt to this. We just got to deal with it, you know? There's nothing else we can do about it. So I'm going to go with that. If you knew that a zombie apocalypse was coming in 10 years from now and you could prevent it from happening, would you? Yes, I would. Interesting. You've been working at a company for 10 years and you've been promised a very important and incredibly lucrative promotion. However, someone hired only a number of weeks ago has just been promoted to the position that you were promised. Your boss essentially tells you tough luck and that maybe one day you'll get the position, and that he had to promote the other employee as a favor for a friend. How does this make you feel? Angry, I was promised that promotion. Jealous, that promotion should have been mine. Betrayed, I can't trust my own employer. Indifferent, everything happens for a reason. I would feel betrayed. I've been working there for 10 years and showed my dedication to this company, and he's made a promise to a friend, and that's why that this other guy gets the promotion. He didn't deserve it. He didn't earn it. He didn't put in the time. That would irritate me. You know, I wouldn't be jealous, and I don't know if I'd be angry, but I would feel betrayed. And I'd likely quit. You lost an employee. You know, I did that at Walmart when they dicked me over. What exactly happened too? I was gonna get a promotion. Yeah, when I was working at Walmart, and they knew that I wanted the promotion, and so the boss called me in and got me in trouble, for something that happened a month ago. That she had really loose evidence on, and she was just like, look, I just need someone to accept the coaching. Are you gonna accept it? And I was like, fine. It's not even that big a deal. Fine, yeah, I'll do it. And she goes, well, this counts for 2 coachings, so you're actually, you can't move up into that managerial position that you wanted to. You're gonna have to stay in my department for another year. And I was like, really? You think so, huh? Okay. And I quit like a week later. So yeah, that's, I think, basically it. You've also learned a few secrets about the company that could be disastrous if they were to escape, such as the fact that they haven't been properly reporting their income for the last decade. What would you wish to do? Threaten to report my boss for fraud, quit my job and look for new employment, sabotage the new employee and get him fired. Nothing. You win some, you lose some. I'd quit the job. I wouldn't threaten the boss. Unless I'm like, hey, so you're already stealing money from this company. Why don't you give me a golden parachute? I've been working here for 10 years, and you just dicked me over, and now I'm going to quit. So why don't you give me some of that money you're stealing from the company? Yeah, give me a golden parachute. And just to make sure that you don't dick me over and try to kill me or something, I'll have a scheduled email. going out to like 5 of my closest friends. So if I die, they'll know who did it. How about that, Mr. Boss? You want to treat me unfair? Alright, yeah, I'll threaten him. I'll threaten him and then I'll quit and he owes me like $1 million or something. If the roles were reversed and you were hired and promoted as a favor over someone more deserving, would you accept the position? Of course I would. It's not that I don't understand the guy. You know, he didn't do anything wrong. It's my boss. My boss wronged me. You're home alone at night cooking food in your kitchen and you turn around to realize that someone is watching you through the window in the darkness. They have their face and hands pressed up against the window and they make direct eye contact with you before turning and running out of sight around the other side of the house. How does this make you feel? Scared? Where do they go? Anxious? I don't know what's about to happen. Secure? I'm ready to handle whatever's coming. Protective? Protective, for sure. Oh yeah. I'd start kicking some ass. What would you do? Lock the doors. Grab the nearest weapon in the house. Check to see if everyone in the house was safe. Run out of the house and go to the neighbors. Check to see if everyone in the house... Wait, didn't he say that I'm alone cooking dinner? Grab the nearest weapon. Maybe I ought to just lock the doors and call the police, though. Yeah. If the face you saw in the window was the face of a supernatural entity and not of a human being, would your answer change? Yeah. I'm going to present you with more potential scenarios, but I'm going to ask you for more simplistic answers as a result. You're not feeling well, so you decide to go to the doctor. The doctor runs a series of tests and gets back to you shortly after an announcement of some grave news. It turns out that you've contracted an incredibly rare illness that there's currently no cure for. This illness causes a complete body paralysis within 6 months of contraction, meaning that in less than half a year from now, you'll be rendered unable to move, blink, talk, or any form of expression whatsoever. You'll need to be kept alive on a feeding tube, and you'll never be able to communicate with anyone else ever again, just being kept alive on machines in a vegetative state. Would you want to be kept alive in that state, or would you rather have the plug pulled when that happens? Yeah, pull the plug. Seriously, pull the plug. Do not leave me like that. I'm already dead at that point. Right? Because what if this? What if when you die, and I'm not saying this is a matter of fact, and it doesn't have, like, any weight on the answer, but let's just say, because I've heard of, like, near-death experiences. I've heard people say that when they died, they were still there. They were still in there. It was like they were detached from their body, but their mind was still there, and they could still see out of their eyes, and they could hear everyone around them. I don't know if that's true. But if that's death, then that would be death. And I'm not gonna sit there and just be dead, you know? Put my body to good use. Give it to science. Give my liver to someone who needs it, you know? And then just burn me. How would you like to spend the last 6 months of your life? Spend it with friends and family? Pursue all of my dreams that I hadn't yet accomplished? Make the world a better place while I can? Swallow my self-pity and probably want to die. Family and friends. I want to do this with my family and friends. There are diseases out there that can put you in that sort of unfortunate situation. Does knowing this motivate you to do things you've never done before and pursue more from life? Or do you feel relatively unaffected by the knowledge that this could potentially happen to you at any point in time? It motivates me to strive for a better future. It doesn't really change anything for me. Honestly, I wish it did motivate me to strive. But it doesn't. It doesn't change anything. And I think that's the unfortunate condition of human beings. We can know that there's a problem, but until the problem is at our doorstep, we don't do anything about it. And even knowing that right now, it still has no effect. I don't know why we're wired that way. Maybe it's so change never really does happen. Noted. Have you ever pet a dog whom you've raised since birth? 3 years have passed, and it's the best dog you've ever had. You love it like it's your own child, and one day she runs away in the middle of the night, chasing after a wild animal in the darkness. You search everywhere for your dog, but no matter what you do, you can't seem to make any progress. About a month passes, and you still haven't seen any trace of your four-legged friend until one morning you awaken to the sound of a familiar barking. You rush outside to find that your elderly neighbor in his late 80s is out in his front yawn, joyously playing with your dog. He's named the beast Johnny, and him and your dog seem to be having the time of their lives. You rush over there and hug your dog, and he excitedly licks your face. Your neighbor says, "Johnny's a good boy, isn't he? I lost him when I was just a boy about your age. But he's come back. Johnny has come back, and we're together again." Come to find out, your elderly neighbor is suffering from dementia, recently brought on by the stress and heartache of losing his wife just a couple months prior to finding your dog. This dementia has caused him to believe that your dog, Johnny, is his old dog from his childhood coming back into his life to make him happy and keep him company. The dog seems to be in great shape, very happy and well looked after, and you know that telling the old man that it isn't really his dog and that it's your dog would break his heart and crush him. Would you break the news to him that it isn't his dog and take Johnny home? Or would you let him keep the dog and choose to visit him daily to play and go for walks? Yeah, I'd let him keep the dog. If he has dementia and he's not going to be around for much longer, I will have my dog back eventually. And if the dog is being well kept, like the guy he's not so messed up that he's forgetting to feed him, then the dog is fine. I'll have him back. Does the story make you sad? Well, yeah, if I were in that situation, it'd be sadder. Can you imagine yourself in the old man's position, being so alone in life and finding one thing that makes you feel less alone and potentially having to face it getting ripped away from you once again? Damn. Next question. Let's say you were viciously murdered by a serial killer and you fell for one of their traps as they lured you in and made you their latest victim. Now let's say that you were given a unique opportunity in the afterlife as you return as a spirit to roam the earth. However, you're bound to two potential options and only two. You can either choose to haunt your assailant and make his life miserable, hopefully foiling his plans to kill in the future and potentially save lives in the process, or you can choose to spend your time as a spirit amongst your still living family and friends, guiding them in positive ways and making their lives better. You're bound to whichever option you choose until either your family and friends are no longer living or your killer is no longer living. You cannot choose both. Which one would you choose? I would stay with friends and family. Screw my killer, he's not worth my time. As soon as I die, I feel like either of these options wouldn't matter anyway. But let's say, and I want to go into that real quick. The thing that I've experienced that is closest to death as I could possibly come, without having a actual near-death experience, was a ego dissolution experience, or multiple. I've had multiple ego deaths from psychedelic experiences, and when that happens, you lose connection to who you are, and that's, I feel, what death would be. There is no Barry anymore. He's gone. So if I'm a spirit who has left Barry, the ego, Barry, he's gone, then I'm not Barry anymore. And the idea of following my serial killer who took my body from me would be a vapid idea for me. It'd be so beneath me. But as a spirit, an ancestor now, I would look upon my family and that might mean something to me, and it might not, because given the same parameters as an egoless soul, it may mean nothing. But that killer is nothing. There's no reason to spend time haunting. That's me not letting go. Do you think you have what it takes inside to drive your killer insane and push him over the edge? I probably do. Do you believe that this scenario is possible? I think anything is possible. I think this is incredibly unlikely. If the situation happened to a friend or family member and they were viciously killed, which situation would you rather them choose? Friends and family. One night you go to sleep and get a good rest that feels like the best sleep you've ever had. You wake up in an unfamiliar room in an unfamiliar bed. You look in the mirror and you hardly recognize yourself. It looks as though you've aged 20 years. There's a sticky note on the television screen that says press play, so you oblige the note and hit the play button to reveal a message that has been left for you by all of your friends and family that are still alive and well, though they seem to be 20 years older as well. They explain to you that every single day for the last 20 years you've repeated the same day over and over again. Due to a severe head injury, 51st dates, your memory doesn't last more than 24 hours. Each day when you sleep, all recollection of what took place 24 hours prior is wiped entirely. Your loved ones have made a video for you to let you have a say in your potential future. You have the option of either watching this video every single day so you know what's going on and you can continue to progress your life even though you won't have any recollection of it, or you can choose to continue living as you had been, repeating the same day over and over again, living in ignorant bliss. I'd watch the video every day. That would be like, honestly, if someone came out of my reality or their reality into mine and was like, hey, just want to let you know, you're on the Truman Show, you know, that'd be a crazy shock every day. I'd be like, whoa, I'd feel like the chosen one every day, you know? So yeah, I'd do that. And it would be new every day too. I would just do that. Would you be upset if your family kept the truth from you for 20 years, even though they felt like it was for your own good? I'm sure I'd be upset for a day. If your best friend was in this situation, would you make a video for them telling them the truth? Yeah. Yeah, I'd tell them the truth. Cool. You've come to find through frantic digging in the attic and the reading of old files and newspapers that your parents are famed psychologists. You've also come to find that they aren't really your parents. In fact, they're not even related to you at all. From what you can gather through your new discovery, a story tells of a young child who developed psychotic tendencies and went into a trance before murdering their parents in a tragically brutal way. However, that child suffered so much trauma from the event of the loss of their parents. Once the trance had worn off, they repressed the memory of their parents' deaths, blocking it completely from their mind. 2 psychologists took the child into treatment and performed studies against the child's knowledge, raising that child to be fully functional adult while playing the role of the child's real parents to further gather data and potentially help that child avoid a terrible life in the process. You are that child. Would you resent your parents? No. Would you be grateful that they gave you a second chance? I would. Would you feel betrayed? Nope. Would you confront them? Yes, I would. If you were in your parents' situation, would you do the same for a child in a similar situation? Yeah. Interesting. I have one final scenario for you before we move on. The end of the world has come and gone, and all that's left are post-apocalyptic soldiers roaming the lands, combing through towns and laying waste to any survivors in their paths in hopes of claiming their equipment for themselves in order to survive this harsh, barren wasteland known as planet Earth. You get in good with a large colony of soldiers and spend about 6 months with them before they decide that you're not pulling your weight, and in order to save the very few food rations they have left, they exile you from the compound and send you out to fend for yourself. You decide to venture into a neighboring town in hopes of finding food that was left behind by raiders, and it only takes you about a day and a half before you strike gold, a hidden underground bunker stockpiled to the brim with enough food to feed an entire colony for a year. Now, you have a few choices to make. No, I don't. No, I don't. Would you go back to the colony and tell them? No. Or would you stay in the bunker? Yeah. That's mine now. You guys screwed up. We could have been friends. If you could choose to only tell some of the soldiers about the bunker and let them in so that you could lead a new colony, but exile the soldiers who exiled you, would you do it? Yeah, now that, yeah. If you were to lead a new colony, would you build it based on savagery and raiding, or would you build it based on sharing and compassion? Sharing and compassion. Oh yeah. I'd make the best practical cult you guys have ever seen. If you were the leader of the colony that exiled you, except it was you who exiled someone else who wasn't pulling their weight. And that person just so happened to find themselves in a similar situation where they found a jackpot worth of food in an underground bunker, but they refused to share it with you and the colony. Would you raid them and steal it for yourselves, or would you let them keep what they found? I would raid their bunker. Yeah. Yeah. I can see it from both sides, and I know what people would do. I know what I would do. Very interesting. Well, that wraps up this portion of the test. But I need more from you before I allow you to rest. Oh, here comes the rhymes again. A choice here, a choice there. Which would you rather? Moral dilemmas abound from what I can gather. He's going to ask if I punched a nun. And you will answer clearly, crisp, and concise. Will you be selfish, or is your conscience a vice? In just mere moments from now, we both shall see the difference between who you are and who you wish to be. Let us begin. Would you rather abandon the person you love most or be abandoned by the person you love most? Be abandoned. Would you rather have friends in high places who could get you anything you wanted but didn't necessarily care about you, or friends who couldn't give you anything but they feel a deep personal bond with you? Stronger bond. Would you rather find $10,000 and keep it for yourself, or find $20,000 but have to split it 4 ways with your closest friends and family? Yeah, I'd do the 20,000. We could all have like a really awesome vacation. Would you rather cheat on your partner but never get caught, or know that your partner cheated on you and have no way of proving it? That's messed up. Get cheated on with no evidence of proving it? Like, that's just the better answer. Because I don't want to cheat on anybody. But I wouldn't stay with someone who did. I don't know. It's just the better answer. Would you rather get rich through illegal means, or poor but live an honest life? Rich. Not that don't get me wrong. It's not that I want a bunch of money. I like the idea of having the option of a dishonest life. Something a little chaotic and edgy. I don't know, like, if I could get away with some stuff, you best believe I'd do it, you know? Would you rather press a button that would kill your favorite pet, or press a button that would kill your favorite family member? Pet. Would you rather get fired from a high-paying job or have to fire your friends? Fire my friends. Would you rather sleep with your step-sibling or sleep with your best friend's partner? What the hell? So these are both, what the hell? So I'm either betraying my best friend, and then I can never look at that situation the same again, right? Because if I go over to my friend's house, she's going to give me these lovey eyes, and I'm going to know what we did, and I have to hide from that. And anytime he mentions anything that could potentially be that, it's going to make me feel weird, right? Or I sleep with my step-sibling, which is technically not incest, right? It's like technically a better option, but you're still being raised under the same roof by the same family. Step sibling. Would you rather save your best friend from certain death and let 1,000 strangers die, or save 1,000 strangers and let your best friend die? We're overpopulated as it is. Would you rather get free food for the rest of your life or rescue a starving child from a third world country? That's messed up. One kid. If I get free food for the rest of my life, the food doesn't specifically have to go to me, right? I get free food, but then I can do whatever I want with it. So if I go to the grocery store and I just like pile up 5 carts with food, and then I adopt like 10 third world kids, then I've saved 10. I think I won that argument. Would you rather be rich without family or poor but with family? Poor with family. Would you rather have to steal food for the rest of your life in order to eat, or steal enormous amounts of money from the wealthy, but have to destroy the money immediately after? Steal money from the wealthy and destroy it. That just sounds badass. Would you rather serve 4 years in the military during wartime, or move to a third world country and never be allowed to return home? Excuse me, third world country permanently. That would just be good. That would just be good. I don't know what in the world this game thinks a third world country is like, but I've been to one and they're amazing. Take me to Mexico. Take me to Vietnam. Dude, like I would just live that way forever. Would you rather always be traveling 10 miles above the speed limit or 10 miles per hour below? Above. I think I already do. Would you rather never have sex for the remainder of your life or have to have sex every day in order to stay alive? Would you rather be addicted to hardcore drugs for 10 years but make a full recovery, or be addicted to alcohol for the rest of your life? Shoot. Hardcore drugs for 10 years or an alcoholic? What is hardcore drugs? Technically, psychedelics are Schedule 1. So is that a hardcore drug? I can't really be addicted to them, but 10 years of psychedelics, I don't mind. If they're talking about meth or heroin, you know, what are you talking about? What is a hardcore drug? Because alcohol and nicotine are hardcore drugs according to the most deadly and toxic compounds. It's like, I think it's heroin, alcohol, meth, nicotine. But meth and heroin are Schedule 1, same as mushrooms, which mushrooms and marijuana are Schedule 1 drugs. They're the most harmless compounds, and they're Schedule 1. So what do you mean by hardcore? What we've scheduled, or the ones that'll like destroy your body the most? Hardcore drugs. If I have to make my own stipulation here, I'm gonna say that hardcore drug means like meth, heroin, cocaine, or be an alcoholic. Hardcore drugs for 10 years. I don't ever want to touch meth or heroin. I'll be an alcoholic. Screw it. Would you rather live to be 200 years old in a perfectly preserved youthful body and have to watch your friends and family die around you, or live to be 70 but die before your friends and family? 200 years. Would you rather sacrifice all your friends in order to survive, or sacrifice both of your parents? All of my friends or both my parents? That's selfish. I was hoping they would say, or you die and you save your friends. Man, that's messed up. That's messed up. I think the right answer is to sacrifice my friends. Would you rather get acknowledged for work that you didn't do, or work hard for the rest of your life and not receive any praise? Work hard, not receive praise. I don't care about praise. Would you rather punch a nun or get punched by a nun? I'd rather punch a nun. Would you rather lose all the money that you've earned this year or lose all the memories you've gained? What? Uh, Money. Would you rather flip a coin for a chance to win $20 or immediately win 10? I'll do a chance for 20. Because 10, I mean, these amounts are kind of small. They're not really going to do much for me, so even without them, I'm not going to be sad. So I'll flip a coin and possibly get nothing. Would you rather know how you die or know when you'll die? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Let me think about that one for a second. I think I'd rather know how. I don't want to know when. I think I'd rather know how. Because if it's when, if it's like, you know, you'll die in like 5 years at 8:53, like it's just going to make me, you know, anxious when that happens. Whereas if they're like, you're going to get hit in the head with a chandelier and it's going to kill you, you know, then at that point, yeah, fine, I'll be a little uncomfortable around chandeliers, but at least I won't know. Would you rather be blind but able to see crystal clear underwater or be deaf always? Would you rather give up all internet and social media but be able to travel the world for free or have the best internet in the world but never leave your house? Oh yeah, travel. Oh my god, 100%. Dude, someone offer that to me. Would you rather walk barefoot across the bed of hot coals or walk barefoot through a pitch black snake infested, hot coals? Would you rather be the judge who sentences people to death or the executioner in charge of killing them? Judge. Would you rather have a witch cast a nasty hex on you so that you'll always have bad luck or be haunted by a demon intent on possessing you? Give me the bad luck. Would you rather be married to someone incredibly beautiful who doesn't find you attractive or be married to someone whom you're not even remotely attracted to but they find you incredibly attractive? Beautiful who's not attracted to me. Would you rather work a high-paying job that you despise or a low-paying job that you love doing? I think, if I'm being honest with myself, it'd be a high-paying job that I hate. Because I build up towards whatever I need and then exit the job, which would be a lot easier and a lot faster with a high-paying job. Would you rather walk a mile home wearing nothing but a pair of socks or be fully clothed but have to walk 100 miles to get home? A mile. Would you rather find $5 in your pocket or have to grab $100 out of a public toilet? 100. Would you rather have 100 of your favorite books but never watch a movie again or have 100 of your favorite movies but never read? I'll do 100 movies. Would you rather always be 20 minutes late to everything or 2 hours early, 20 minutes late? Would you rather find a dead body or be a witness to a deadly assault? Find a body. I don't want the guy to be there. Would you rather be able to change your past or see what the future holds? Interesting. Okay, change the past or look into the future. Change the past. Change the past. Yeah. Because then at that point, that's too much. Too much, man. There's, like, I could make myself rich in a millisecond if I did that. See the future would be the same, wouldn't it? Change the past or see the future. Change the past, because then I have control over it. See the future doesn't do anything for me. But if I went to a casino and I was playing blackjack and I thought, hit it, and I got a king and I bust, I just go back and be like, no, stay. And then the dealer busts. And I'm like, there we go. And I just keep putting money down on that. I'm changing the past. Yes. Would you rather have one really great friend or 100 mediocre friends? One really great friend. Would you rather lose all of your teeth or lose one day off your life every time you kiss someone? Lose all my teeth. They have implants. Would you rather win the lottery and lose the ticket before you can collect your money, or see your worst enemy win the lottery? Lose the ticket. It's a story. Would you rather find true love or have your dream job? True love. Would you rather have a pause button on life or a rewind button? Pause. Pause button. That'd be cool. Would you rather drown to death in gasoline or be boiled to death in water? I feel like boiled in water would go quicker. If the water's already boiling, that's the stipulation. The water has to already be boiling, and I'd just jump head first, Rambo style, into that. Drown in gasoline? Oh my god. Would you rather make a new friend every day or get $100 a day for doing nothing but never have friends again? I don't need a new friend every day. $100 a day but be friendless? That would suck. Both of these would suck. A new friend every day? Or get $100 a day but be friendless? Dude, that sucks. I'll just make the new friend every day. Would you rather die to save your family or sacrifice your family to save yourself? Yeah, save my family. Would you rather always be hated by those closest to you for something you didn't do or have hurt everyone you care about, but they'll never find out it was you? Oh. Well. Yeah. Would you rather sleep with your worst enemy or sleep with someone who you know has many incurable STDs? Worst enemy. Would you rather only eat food you don't like or give up all liquids except for water? Give up all liquids except for water. That's fine. Would you rather always listen to music at max volume or always listen to music at just above the lowest volume? Ah! Very low volume. Sometimes they use music to study and stuff, so like I can't have it on max. Would you rather meet your hero and find out that they don't like you, or never meet your hero at all? Never. Just don't. Would you rather ever have a pet for the rest of your life, or never have friends? Oh, never have a pet, or never have friends. Never have pets then. Would you rather live in excruciating pain for the rest of your life, or live pain-free, but everyone you know and love will live in excruciating pain for the rest of their lives? Dude. Dude, that's messed up. It'd have to be me. Thank you for answering my questions, but we are not done yet, for we've made it through many categories except for one. These final questions will be from deep within. I want to see your soul. I want to see your heart beat quicken. I want to learn all that you know. I want to see what makes you think. I want to know what makes you tick. I want to know your darkest truths. I want to know what makes you sick. I want to expel the truth from yourself. I want to feed on your precious fate. I want to learn of all your love and bathe in all your hate. So one last time we sit together as we await the final revelation. These are the last questions I have, the last examination. Take your time, do think hard, savor every moment dearly. For when I'm finally finished with you, you will see it all ever so clearly. And here we go. Choose one of these words that you feel resonate with you the most. Morbid, destructive, insane, unclean, volatile, and impudent. I'm gonna go with destructive. Choose one of the words that make that you feel resonates with you. Curious, intrigued, fascinated, interested, inquisitive. Interested. Do you ever lie to those who are closest to you? Yes, I do. Have you ever hurt someone who you know didn't deserve it? Yes, I have. Have you ever lost your temper when you know you shouldn't have? It's been a long time, but I have. Have you ever intentionally hurt an animal? No. Have you ever blamed someone for something that you know they didn't do? No. Have you ever abandoned a pet? Nope. Have you ever abandoned a loved one in their time of need? Yes, I did. Have you ever stolen something from someone that you cared about? Nope. Have you ever broken something to spite someone that you cared about? Nope. Have you ever played the victim in a situation even though you knew you hadn't been wronged? A long time ago. Have you ever had romantic feelings for someone who wasn't your partner while you were in a relationship? Yes. Have you ever wished for the death of someone who had wronged you? I don't think so. I can't think of anyone who I wished to die. Have you ever wished for the death of a loved one? No. If you knew that writing someone's name on a piece of paper would instantly cause their death, would you write down anyone's name? I would like to have the Death Note power, but I actually don't know if I would use it. Maybe. I mean, I might just start killing off a bunch of politicians around the world. Just like start wiping everybody out. Be like, all right, if anyone comes into power at all, if anyone believes they have the right to enforce a law above another human being, you're dead. Yeah, I'd probably do that. Do you feel like you could spend more time with your loved ones than you currently do? Yes. Have you ever owed someone an apology but refused to apologize? Nope. Do you ever regret worrying too much about things that you can't control? Nope. Do you ever feel like your negativity brings other people down? No, I'm not very negative. Do you ever regret not standing up for yourself when you feel you've been wronged? Yes, there have been a few times. Do you ever feel like you let others influence your decision making too much? Yeah. Do you ever wish that you lived a more honest life? No. I don't want to change anything about everything that I've done in my life, honest or dishonest, because it's helped me learn. Has your dishonesty ever caused someone else to suffer? Yes. Have you ever had someone leave your life before you had the chance to tell them something important? No. Do you ever feel like you prioritize people in your life that are unworthy of your time? Nope. If someone's unworthy of my time, they're gone. Do you ever feel like you prioritize your own wants before those who need you the most? Yeah, sometimes I do. Do you ever feel like you spend too much time working towards something that you're not truly passionate about? Yes. Do you feel like you're living up to your fullest potential? No. Do you ever let your fears stop you from pursuing things that you truly want? No. Have you ever refused to try something because you were afraid that you would fail? I don't think so. Have you ever been attracted to someone but refused to let them know because you were afraid of being rejected? Yes. Do you ever feel as though you're chasing the wrong things in life? Yes. Do you ever feel like you spend so much time planning for the future that you ignore the present? Yes. Do you feel like your friends and family like you more than you like them? No. Have you ever loved a pet more than your family? No. Do you ever make up excuses to get out of going to an event instead of just telling the person who invited you that you just don't want to go? No, I basically just tell them. Do you ever feel like you spend more time with technology than you do building stronger bonds with your friends or family? No. Have you ever defended someone that you shouldn't have? No. Do you sometimes have a hard time admitting when you're wrong? Nope. Do you ever place the blame for your personal failures on someone or something else? No. Have you ever accused someone of something with no real evidence to back it up? Yeah. Have you ever had sex with someone who you knew you shouldn't have? No. Have you ever had any kind of relationship with someone who you know you shouldn't have? Yes. Have you ever let a relationship degrade because you were afraid of being the one to break up with someone? No. Do you ever feel like you could take better care of your own health? Yes. Do you ever let someone else take the blame for something that you did? Or have you ever yeah. Have you ever acquired something that you didn't really want just because someone else wanted it? Nope. Do you ever feel like you're not living up to others' expectations? No. Have you ever walked out of someone's life without any explanation? Yes, I have. Do you ever feel like you focus more on the negative aspects of your life than what you don't have, rather than be grateful of what you do? No. Have you ever witnessed someone being wronged but didn't have the courage to stand up for them? Possibly. And finally, do you feel like you're a good person? Yes. Very interesting. That concludes the ending of our examination. In your mind, I have dug myself a hole. I will analyze your answers very carefully, and now it's time for me to gaze into your soul. This is preposterous. This simply cannot be. I have expected every potential outcome, but yours seems to have evaded even me. I was prepared to tell you your fate, to play upon your fear, to break the worst news to you, to plant seeds of doubt within your ear. But as I've asked you to be honest with me, I must, in turn, be just as honest with you. For as much as I wish to lie, I'm forever shackled to the truth. From what I can deduct from deep within, from everything you've shared with me. In return, I shall share this with you. This is what I see. You are not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. And that fact alone is what makes you so incredibly special. Your scars are reminders of what didn't kill you. Your mistakes are who you are. The lessons learned are what you needed to be who you knew you could be all along. Forgive yourself for the mistakes of the past, the people you felt you should have paid more attention to, the people you felt you should have given more of a chance, the people you felt you didn't treat the best. You're not the person you used to be. You don't have to be that person again. Every single second of every single day is an opportunity to change and to be the person you wish to be. One piece of advice I must offer you is that your time is not finite and your opportunities aren't either. You may not be able to change the past, but you can absolutely change the present, which will vastly alter your future. If only you believe in yourself as much as I believe in you. If only you could see what I see, you'd never doubt yourself ever again. Keep at it, make the changes, and flourish. Your secret word is appreciate. Remember this word. This will come in handy. All right. And that ends the trilogy, the test trilogy. I don't know if I do play their new game that they're gonna come out with. I don't know if I'll play it on YouTube, but I am very glad that I went through this. I'm trying to decide if it really did have a lot to say for me specifically. It definitely was a lot of fun, and I like their message. This one was also I liked how they got more interesting as time went on too, because in the first one it was just questions, and then in the second one they were questions, but they were, you know, they gave you different scenarios, and then in this third one they had pictures. How does this picture make you feel, kind of thing. And I wish they would have gone into that more and told you what exactly that meant. But either way, thank you guys for being a part of this series, and I hope it intrigued you. And I hope maybe you go out and play these games yourself. Or at the very least, you learned a little bit more about me. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much. And I'll see you in the next video.